Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Wednesday, October 11th, day 71. And this will be a 10-minute or so update, a short one. I was trying to catch up this morning on everything that's going on, and there's a lot more going on than I paid attention to last night or yesterday. I have to admit. It seems like Cirie and Felicia have turned up their game, and they are really strategizing on how to get to the very end of the game, to the end of the game here. Saying game multiple times, and so the gist of what's going on is they feel like they need to get Corey out, and then they hope to get the women together to take out Matt and Jag. There's only 3 guys left once Cameron's gone. There's 5 women left. So they are trying to do an all-women's thing, get it down to the 5 women. That would be Felicia, Cirie, America, Blue, and Bowie Jane. That's their intention. Once they got to that level, I don't care who they think they're going to take out next. That would be a huge move. If they could pull that off, which generally they can't, that would be a huge move. I doubt they can get to 5 women. Although they could very well manage to get rid of all 3 guys eventually. It just might take 1 or 2 other women going along the way. But it's interesting. It's a good angle. They feel like they want Matt or Jag to win head of household this week. Neither of them have won head of household. Specifically, they seem to want Matt, hoping that they can then get Matt to make a move on Corey. All right, this is how everyone is working. They're like, I don't want to be the head of household and take a move, but I'd love it if one of you guys did it. So that's kind of what they're plotting. Felicia seems to maybe be the big driving force. I don't know how hard Cirie's working on any of this, but she's involved. So that's interesting, and they've been talking to people. They were like trying to get Blue to agree not to try to win the head of household and try to throw it to Matt, hoping, I think, that they can get Matt again to make a move on Corey. Meanwhile, Matt and Jag are wanting to get Blue to possibly, I think they were trying to get Blue to win it so that she could put up Corey. There's multiple things going on here and multiple angles. Meanwhile, of course, Corey is working his angles. So again, it comes down to tomorrow night. It comes down to the head of household, but they are all working on angles on how to get to the next stage and how to break up some of these duos. And the duos that I hear being targeted are Corey, America, and Matt and Jag. Although I did hear Felicia being thrown in there as a target as well. It's like, well, we really should get rid of Felicia now since we kept her around last week. Now we should go after her next week. So her name's out there too. So that's the names I'm hearing for next week right now are really Felicia and Corey are the 2 names that I seem to be hearing as targets. But of course, we've got to get there, right? So we'll just see who wins head of household to figure out who they're going to go. Sorry, I'm driving in traffic, and there's kids walking puppies by the road. Not a good thing to do, kids. I know it's always an adventure with Mike. What's he going to see on his ride into work today? So that's what's up. With as far as things go, we've got another day. Cameron, meanwhile, is out there just sowing seeds of discontent and messing with people's brains and talking and just getting people to kind of turn on each other or trying to. It's a never-ending cycle with Cameron, and of course he claims that he's not doing anything, but he is doing everything, and that's just how Cameron is. He's constantly working angles, constantly talking to people, and so it's entertaining on the one hand, and it's really exhausting on the other hand. So that's what's going on with Cameron. He's not let up. Anything else to tell you guys? Let's see. The Twitterverse is getting a bit snarky. I know that's kind of like, what do you mean? It's always snarky. No, it's getting extra snarky. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, Dingo, a.k.a. Hamster Watch, put out a tweet that mentioned something about, I don't know what it was. It was a comment about America and Corey being boyfriend and girlfriend, because they are officially now boyfriend and girlfriend kind of a thing. And I, in my, in one of my more snarky phases, said something like, let's be honest, do we really think they're going to last outside the house? It was just meant to be a look. My take on it, which I followed up a tweet afterwards because I got a little bit of heat from people, is, look, I don't see Corey and America as being a long-term couple. I think they were a couple of convenience. My sense is that once they get outside of the house, their reality will interfere with their relationship, and they will kind of fall apart. That's all it is. It isn't a dig on either one of them. It is nothing except for I just don't think I just don't see them as a couple that's going to last. But what do I know? I would have said the same thing about several of the couples that have lasted after Big Brother, right? So I could be completely wrong. It was just a throwaway little snarky comment on my part. But I got grief from people. Dingo came back with none of my business, which was, I know Dingo, we know each other. I don't think she meant it in any other than just a joking way with me. And it's like I've always said, I don't care afterwards. But a couple other people decided to pile on me because of Dingo's comment, I think, and basically tell me, one person said, keep to updating. And I'm like, okay, this is where, that's actually the comment that kind of got me to go like, hey, I am not just an updater. Obviously, I have opinions. Anybody who thinks that I am just an update account doesn't know me very well. I know you guys all know that. So it just was my sense of, yeah, people are getting a bit defensive, testy, you name it. And that's just one of those cases or examples of that. So, yeah, it is what it is. Other fronts, let's see. I already talked about Big Brother or Traders Canada, the other show, one of the other shows I'm watching, and then Big Brother UK. I watched episode 3 last night, and then I actually watched the live and late or late and live. I can't remember which one it is. I'm going to have to figure out alphabetically which way it works to remember it. I'll eventually remember it, but I watched that. It was fine. It was just like the old bit on the side used to be, silliness and snarkiness and talking to fans and talking to celebrities about the show and getting little sneak peeks of what's going on. They've got some tasks where some of the house guests are wearing big, huge wigs. They're like the managers, and then they put people in jobs. It's a fun food task. And yeah, so that's good. Enjoyed it. Posted the copy that I got. Actually, I recorded it myself yesterday and then posted it on Daily Motion. As far as how to watch it, I wrote up a post last night on BigBrotherGossip.com with some basic instructions, some basic sources, and that's as much as you're going to get from me, probably. Check it out if you're interested in trying to watch it. I gave you guys different ways to do it, and that's about, yeah, like I said, that's as detailed as I'm probably going to go as far as trying to, if you're interested in watching the show. I've given you the ability. Go forth and watch if you like and enjoy. But again, it's not like Big Brother USA in any way, shape, or form other than there's 16 people living in a house. After that, it's almost a completely different show. But remember, season 1 of Big Brother was based on this version, and it's actually what got a lot of us to like Big Brother, and then they changed it because Americans are dumb and they vote out the interesting people and leave the less interesting people in the house, which makes for a boring show, right? Yeah, they've also, by the way, changed the format, changed the voting process on Big Brother UK and elsewhere to make it so that you don't get rid of all the interesting people right away. Okay, that's it, guys. I am finished up. I have arrived at work, and I will sign off. Thank you again to all my supporters. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing it with your friends and retweeting and all of those good things. I do appreciate it. I apologize if I come across as snarky or grouchy or any of those things, but we are in the last third of this season, of the longest season ever. And remember, there's a lot of seasons that would be ending this week in the past. We are day 71. There's a lot of seasons, if I look it up, that didn't make it to 80 days, and we got into 100, right? So, yeah, this burnout is real, and talk of another Big Brother coming up, early next year is like, oh my gosh, I will not have recovered. I will not have recovered, but yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it, right? Okay, folks, that's it. I'm out. Thanks. Take care. We'll talk to you later. Thanks again for your support one last time. Bye-bye.